So, recording contract at 16, a debut CD with 3 #1 hits and 5 Grammy nominations. We've been talking about her all day. Fans are here to see her. She is Avril Lavigne. Come on out, Avril.
Nice to meet you.
And that's Mom Rita. She's also a big fan of Avril. Enjoy.
Are you all right there, Jess? You okay? You still breathing? We'll get you some water.
I'll be all right.
All right, you look good.
Take care of him there, Rita. Well, welcome. Good to have you with us.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
So let's go back to the beginning of Avril Lavigne's world. Now, when you first started working, like your first gig, when you first were earning money, was it doing yard work? Is that right?
I was mowing lawns.
Okay.
I was shoveling driveways and babysitting.
Okay, and about how much were you bringing in per week? What was
I don't know.
what did the lawn?
In the summers, in the summertime, I would cut grasses and whippersnap, like the weed whacker thing. And I don't know. I can't really remember how much I made. I was only getting, 4 or 5 jobs a week, but I was saving up.
Were you singing at the time then?
Yes, I was singing.
Where was the first time you actually sang in front of people?
I started singing in church. That was where I sang my first solo. My mom, pushed really hard to get the people at the church to let me sing. And they were like, she's so young, we don't want to put her up on stage. But then I sang one time, and they kept asking me to come back. And then I was doing other stuff around town, like singing at fairs. And one time I won $1,000 because I won a competition. I was like 13
what kind of music, though, was it then? Was it the same stuff you're doing now?
I was doing cover songs, like the Dixie Chicks. I was singing Wide Open Spaces. But I love those girls. And I don't know. I kind of got to a certain point after I reached a point where I was kind of like, Mom, Dad, I don't really want to really be singing gospel songs and country songs anymore. And I was getting older, and I was in high school, and it was getting kind of weird, and I didn't really know what to do. So I started writing my own songs. And
did you sing with Shania?
Yes, I did. When I was 14 years old.
Way back then.
Yeah, I won a competition to sing with her on stage, and so I went to Ottawa at the Crowell Center and sang in front of about 20,000 people. And the cool thing was, 3 or 4 years later, I had my own show at the Crowell Center, sold out. So it was pretty neat.
And that continues to be the theme. Yeah. Sold out shows all over the place. Is this, when you look at what you've achieved already, is this what you always wanted?
Absolutely.
Yeah? Did you imagine it to be what it actually is?
The whole part of being on stage in front of a whole bunch of people and the awesome feeling, that's what I thought about, and that's what I wanted, and that's what I have, and I'm so lucky. There's the whole other side to it, though, like all the traveling, all the promo, and, being a high-profile person and having to deal with that. And, there's a lot more that goes on that, I didn't really know would go on, but I'm not complaining.
So do you get frustrated when you read things that people think you've said that maybe you haven't said, or when you're compared to other artists?
I'll admit that I do, but not as much now, because I understand that something comes out one week in this magazine and people talk about it for a week, and then something new comes out on somebody else later, and it's whatever.
You've been relatively outspoken about some of the traditional pop stars in music, like Britney and Christina. Do you really have this animosity between those artists and yourself?
No, just people ask me questions and I answer them honestly. Do you
ever regret anything that you say or do?
I don't believe in regretting anything in life.
So when you look at all the things that you've done, that you've said, sung about, you wouldn't do anything over?
No.
How about the impact, though, Avril, that you've had on young people? Remember the tie outfit. That was something that you did because it was part of who you are, and then you look around the country, and little girls and even women my age are lined up to see you, and they're dressed like you. Was that bizarre? Was it?
That whole thing was just pretty cool. You know, I came out and I was wearing a tie pretty much every day, and then, you know, I noticed everyone at my shows were dressing like me, and it's kind of weird, but, you know, overall it was pretty.
We are going to take a come back with Avril. She's going to answer your questions. 1-888-567-RYAN right after this. Then she's performing outside. Hang on, we're on air. Be right back.